Thank you, Professor Miyagawa, and thank you to Kyoto University for hosting this wonderful conference. I'm honored today to represent Tufts University and our Tufts Opencourseware team in my capacity as the Associate Provost for Tufts University. This is an example of our Tufts Opencourseware homepage, which we launched last summer, so we've been open for less than a year, and we're very grateful for the support from the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation that's provided very generous support for this endeavor. And also, we're very grateful for all of the expertise and assistance that MIT has so willingly shared with us through this entire process. I was asked to answer the question, why did Tufts join Opencourseware? Very simply, it aligns very well with the university mission. We, as a university, feel that it is very important for us to not only generate new knowledge, but to share it globally with the world. Also, it fosters our engagement in a civil society. This is also something that is a very important ethic throughout our university, and if you want to learn more, you can look at the website of our University College of Citizenship and Public Service, which is there. Also, we have more than a decade of history of providing open source educational tool development and content, including digital library work. So the Tufts Opencourseware fit very well with all of these other projects. Here's an example of one of our course homepages. This is from our medical school, Pathophysiology of Infectious Diseases. The medical school courses are the most accessed of all of our schools. Tufts has 7 schools, and through our Opencourseware, we have been focusing initially on our health sciences content. We have the School of Medicine, the Cummings School of Veterinary Medicine, School of Nutrition, as well as Dental Medicine. So we've been focusing initially on the strength of our health sciences courses, much of which had already been in digital format. We also have been moving to include courses from our Fletcher School of International Relations, and more recently our School of Arts and Sciences, soon to be joined by our School of Engineering. We currently have 18 live courses. 7 more will be completed by the end of this academic year, which is in June. And over the next year, we're targeting at least another 25 courses, again, from all 7 schools. And we're focusing on courses that we feel are of very high quality. Many of the courses are provided by faculty who have won teaching awards at our university, or some have received national teaching awards. We feel it's very important that the courses that we offer are of very high quality. You'll notice that the number of our courses is quite small, and the major reason for that is many of our courses are from our health sciences, where the course content is similar to a textbook. So it requires a lot of work to prepare that amount of content onto an Opencourseware site. We built our Tufts Opencourseware initiative on an existing infrastructure called TUSK, which stands for Tufts University Sciences Knowledge Base. And if you come to the demonstration after this, we can show you what that infrastructure looks like. But that's where actually our health sciences content sits for our students who are at the university. TUSK is actually a closed system because we feel it's important for our students to be able to access all resources from one site. So it includes copyrighted licensed materials that we cannot provide openly to the world. It's a production level learning and knowledge management system that is database driven. It was designed specifically for the health sciences, but really can handle any type of content, full multimedia. But there have been some challenges as we've tried to bridge our Tusk work with our Opencourseware work. This is an example of our Tusk homepage. And so the system knows who each individual student is. So if you are a second-year medical student, it knows what year you're in, what courses you are taking, and it will provide you all the course materials for your current studies. They can access the school calendar, the weekly calendar, all of the course materials, including everything from digital microscopes, pathology, quizzes, evaluations, lecture slides, etc. All the announcements, discussion boards, evaluations, things that they recently viewed, and one feature which we call hot content in the lower right-hand corner. This is very popular among students before examination time because they can see what the most popular content is among their classmates, so they can see what each other are studying. This is a slide just to give you an idea of the richness of the material. Again, we can't convey this in just a few minutes, but it really allows us to offer full multimedia learning materials for our students. And so in the lower left-hand corner, you see text. The students can pull up a syllabus, and then they can, this particular one is for physical diagnosis, and they can hit a bar which is talking about heart sounds. They can hit the bar, and it will show them an echocardiogram actually with the heart sounds. And they can also bring up a video showing the physical examination, as well as anatomical slides showing location of the heart and where different valve sounds can be heard. And it's an extremely rich database. So how many users do we have of Tufts OCW to date? And this is well under a year. I guess we've been live for about 10 months with a small number of courses, but considerable number of visits, given that we have not publicized, although MIT has very graciously announced each time we have launched a few more courses. They've announced that on their website, and we do see a good spike every time their newsletter goes out. So we've had a fourfold increase in the overall usage of Opencourseware, over a 200% increase in new visitors, as well as over a 600% increase in returning visitors. So users are telling us that the content is very useful, and they're coming back to use more materials. Where are most of our users coming from? As you would expect, most of them are from English-speaking countries. Over half of the users are from the United States and Canada. South Asia is over 10%, Western Europe is over 10%, and East Asia is about 5%. You'll notice that in Africa, the usage does not appear, and we've been working with a number of countries to provide servers so that they can use the content in local area networks, but they still have some difficulty obtaining things live over the internet. As far as value and impact, what we've been doing is trying to link many of our other educational projects with other nations with our Opencourseware. We have been in Africa through some National Institutes of Health types of projects with different countries. And last year, we provided servers to Kenya and Tanzania with our Tusk infrastructure loaded onto the system, and we were co-developing public health courses with them so that our public health students at Tufts could communicate with public health students in Africa as they were going through the same course. And some of that work has been quite exciting. Over these next several months, we'll be providing that same service to Uganda, and that server will be loaded with our Opencourseware content. We've also been sending multidisciplinary teams to other parts of the world. Nicaragua is an area where we've had students from our medical school, dental school, veterinary school, engineering school, and international relations go to a single site in Nicaragua to help them work in that community. And we're exploring how we might leverage our Opencourseware content to help them build local capacity. When our students are out in the rural areas, there clearly is no internet, there's no electricity. But there is a base camp at the main university, and so we're working with them to try to provide resources from the main university. We also have other projects such as Spiral, that stands for Selected Patient Information Resources in 7 Asian Languages. This was a project with the National Library of Medicine where we've created patient educational materials for underserved communities in the United States. And we're looking at how we might be able to connect some of that work with Opencourseware. We've been fortunate that the Hewlett Foundation has funded us for another year, and with that funding, we'll be able to offer more high-quality courses from all of our schools. And we are also providing some additional tools that will be able to be used by any Opencourseware site. One is a case player. In the health sciences, we use patient cases to teach, and what we'd like to offer is a player that will allow any school to offer case-based materials in their Opencourseware site. Also that hot content feature that I mentioned, where students would be able to view what popular materials have been viewed from the site. We will offer that tool also as an open source tool that could be attached to any Opencourseware site. And as a final area, we're working with Utah State University to explore developing tools where we will be able to help export course materials from proprietary course management systems. In the United States, there are many universities that use Blackboard or WebCT, and we'll be able to hopefully develop easy-to-use tools that will help universities that wish to contribute those materials to Opencourseware to be able to easily export that content to an Opencourseware system. So we greatly look forward to continuing to build our contributions to the growing global Opencourseware consortium. Thank you.